What's up, beautiful people? What's going on? How's everybody feeling today? Uh, IOBA, this is my awareness channel, and my name is TC. So, what I want to talk about today is some couple of things, really. I heard a piece, I look all over YouTube and I look at video and I look at information and I have to digest it fully before I can come and talk to my people about it. But anyway, I keep seeing these little snippets and memes and shit of somebody with their ass up in the air twerking, or some dude with a gun in his hand, a fistful of money, cigars popping by, all that old crazy ghetto ass club shit. Excuse me. And they try to call that shit black culture. That's what they say is black culture. Um, I'm here to tell you that ain't fucking black culture. Anybody that says that shit is eh, anybody that says that shit is totally misguided. That ain't black culture at all. That's individuals doing ignorant shit for laughs and whatever, but that ain't black culture. You gotta dig deep to get black culture. You gotta dig deeper than that black American culture, because we have a culture, a real one, a good one, an honest one, a forthright culture. But when you see a bunch of little hoochies twerking their ass in there, even though somebody with some obvious mental deficiencies doing some crazy shit, and you want to call that black culture, as if we all do that stuff, as if we all, you know, like that. Like, for example, when I was talking to somebody one time about reparations, and they said, if you get black people reparations, you're gonna see a bunch of new tires and rims and all, and a bunch of this, a bunch of old crazy stereotypical shit that they associate with quote unquote hood behavior. And I'm like, I don't know nobody who would take their reparations money and blow it on shit like that. I don't personally know anybody who would do that, but shit like that is supposed to be black culture, our culture. Our culture is, you know, big cars with flashy shit all over them, and no, that ain't our culture either. That ain't our fucking culture either. Our culture is one of hard work. We used to be the most married people in the country until there was a deliberate attack on the black family. But we used to get married. That was part of our culture. Our culture is going to church. That's why the churches fill up every Sunday. That's part of our real culture, going to church. Our real culture is our athletic abilities. Our real culture is rhythm and blues music. Our culture is jazz music. Our culture is really country music too. That's in our culture. Our culture is one of hard work. Our culture is having to work twice as hard, three times as hard to get the same accolades and pay and everything as our white counterparts. That's part of our culture. Having that knowledge inside of us Things like that. That's our real culture. Things like that. And there's much, much more to our culture. But taking the worst examples of individual behavior and saying that that is black culture, that's just bullshit. That's just somebody trying to denigrate black people for clicks and views. Donald Trump was at the Chick-fil-A the other day. Donald Trump came in. And the white people, I'm sorry, the black people up in there was acting like he was the second coming of Jesus. The, the thing is, they was all starstruck, really. And I think the whole place was front loaded with Donald Trump supporters. And the thing with me is this: if you're going to play this political game, because it is a game, you know, if you're going to play this political game, at least play it intelligently. Don't kiss ass and bootlick for no reason and show out for this dude's photo op for no reason. Because I got news for you. He ain't promising you shit and he ain't going to give you shit. Just like Joe Biden. If I told you a bunch of times, I'm not afraid of having Donald Trump as president again. I'd rather have a bunch of angry, aware black people than have Joe Biden come back and everybody go back to sleep. That's the upside of having Donald Trump as president. But Donald Trump got to make some promises to get my vote. He got to offer me something in exchange for my vote. A vote is a business transaction, isn't it? As my British brothers and sisters like to say, isn't it? A goddamn vote is a business transaction. You promise me, you make a promise to me, and I'll throw my support and my friend's support behind you, and that's more votes for you. You know, you win our support, but you ain't promising nothing. You just show up and take pictures and have, you know, a few people clapping and kissing your ass for 10 minutes. And now you think you got the support of the black people. You got, no, not from no HBCUs. Most of us don't go to no HBC fucking U. And they ain't what they used to be anyway. They're not what they used to be anyway. Giving money to HBCUs does not help black people en masse. It don't help the majority of black people. Giving money to HBCUs does not help the majority of black people. It just don't. How about some real police reform? How about a reparations package? How about that right there? There it is. How about reparations for slavery and Jim Crow? You know, a little side note, right? I think I want to say it was somewhere in South America this week. I saw a video where the imperialists were apologizing to the indigenous people. Got up there and made a speech and apologized and thing and thing. And the old leader of the indigenous people, one of the firebrands, was like, yeah, that apology nice, but we need reparations. Everybody in the world is asking for their money from the people who came and took their land and captured them and enslaved them and did all kinds of shit to them and got rich. Every marginalized group in the world is starting to wake up to that shit, and it's all because of what we started, the shit we started talking back in 2015, 2016, and way before that as well, because the first time I heard about reparations was back in the 70s. But I digress. Everybody is on our coattails with that one. You dig me? I put a video up about a year ago about what a dangerous thing reparations would be because it would set a dangerous precedent, and everybody that got beat down in the world, they'll have to cake Haiti off and put her back the way it was before the French ever came there. If they were going to pay reparations to Black Americans, you fuck around and give us our money, and everybody else gonna want their money, and we want money too. We don't want a bunch of bullshit like loans and empty ass promises. No, 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 no. That's not gonna work for anybody. When people say reparations, they mean money. So Donald Trump ain't come. I ain't never even heard Donald Trump use the word reparations in a sentence. I don't even think he knows what it means. But somebody in that audience should have just said something. Because he didn't promise nobody nothing. Joe Biden ain't promised nobody nothing. Coming up in chicken shacks full of niggas, smiling, taking a picture, and leaving. The chicken shack, nah. See, I talk like an old head because that's what I am. But you roll up in the chicken shack, you shake hands and you kiss up to the niggas, and Joe Biden, he had a quiet little dinner. But why both of them had to be chicken? Why they couldn't be the steakhouse? Where you go to meet the white people at? The steakhouse. You go to the chicken shack to meet the niggas. This motherfucker go to the steakhouse to meet the white folks and go to the chicken shack to meet the niggas. Both them motherfuckers bought chicken. See? That's a goddamn shame, isn't it? But they still didn't get no promises from him. All they got was to rub up against him. Just acting like massa come through. Why they gotta be such bootlicks when they see these guys? They just men. They are. And some of them are the worst kind of men. And y'all like he Jesus Christ or something. 85-year-old racist white man. That's what he is. I don't think he's quite 85 yet, but you know what I mean. So I tell you, huh, Donald Trump and Joe Biden are both not fit to be president of anybody's United States. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Then I'm going to wrap up. I'm voting for Dr. Cornel West, or I'll just write my fucking name in there. But I ain't voting for either one of them clowns. So that when shit don't change, you can't say I didn't tell you it wasn't going to change. You have to change it. You have to demand something, or you have to let the vote go where it's going to go. Because the power to change this election is in the hands of the black people of the black vote. If we vote together, if we vote together, like we did with Obama in 2008. You dig me? But we got to have something to get behind now, don't we? And ain't nobody promising us shit now. So then we shouldn't give nobody nothing. We should just let the election go where it's going to go. Right now it's starting to swing. It's still kind of a toss up, but it's kind of swinging towards Joe Biden. So everybody gets to go to sleep for another 4 years. And Israel get to run roughshod over the whole fucking world, and we get dragged into World War III or something. See that part right there is real. The part where you're voting for somebody who could potentially make you go off and kill people who look just like you, that's real. And ain't neither one of them trying to put a halt to that shit, are they? Nope. Ain't neither one of them trying to put no halt or no brakes on police brutality and the killing of black people in the street by these race soldiers. Ain't nobody trying to put no stop to that shit. They're trying to give more money to those people. The only budgets that never get cut are the police budgets and the army budgets and the war budgets. They never get cut. They only get increased. What did Biden say? Give more money to the police. What Trump say? I'm the law and order president. And when that's code switch for I ain't scared to get in niggas' asses because everybody associate crime with black people. So why wasn't they asking him no questions about that instead of rubbing up against him? Man, fuck this shit show. That's all it is. That's all it is. But look at him. If you smart, the next time one of them come around, hit them with some real questions. Make it worth your while to even be in the room with them, even if they have to drag your ass up out of there. You know, that's how they used to do it back in the day. This is, I think it's, oh God, what's this lady's name? She is this lady get thrown out of more press conferences. Code Pink. She get thrown out of more. They get thrown out of more press conferences than the law allow because they ain't scared to show out. But ain't nobody gonna whoop their ass either because they little white women. They'll drag them out of there, but they won't like beat them all up and shit. If we start that shit, they'll be trying to rough us up. But there's a way to ask tough questions. You just got to do it politely. You got to do it respectfully. You got to frame the question the right way, and you could stump them every time. You know, you could stump them every time. You can't be loud, especially if you black and you trying to get a real tough question into a politician or somebody that came to get a photo op with you. And you got to frame the question the right way, or you won't be able to ask it. So you should study that shit, and you can put them on the spot, and you can make them say what you want them to say. You know, for example, given that the United States pays reparations to reparations to Native Americans, how do you feel about XYZ blah 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 reparations for the descendants of American slaves? And yeah, and you'll get him on the record, one way or the other. And if he say no, then he don't get our vote. But you got to ask the question the right way. I mean, y'all motherfuckers got college degrees. Y'all know how to ask questions. So that part, because showing up just to show up is a waste of time. Showing up just to show up and take pictures is a waste of time. And then just to have some black people kiss your ass and give you, make you think you're gonna get some real black support. You're not, because he ain't promising nobody nothing. What in the fuck has Donald Trump said he gonna do for black Americans? You know, he ain't said nothing. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna close. Don't believe the hype. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and listen to my diatribe. I'll give it to you slow, I'll give it to you straight. TC, and I'm out. Peace.